Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out Ondo's price chart. And if a lot of people are surprised about this specific move down in Ondo, and for that matter, in a lot of other altcoins, if you are a regular viewer of this channel, you shouldn't be. Why? Because we literally talked about having a move down in Ondo, and specifically, the idea was that maybe we are having an ABC zigzag, and in terms of the subwaves, you know it. 5 down into a correction for wave B. Let's say in this case an ABC doesn't really matter, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into C. And if I just go on the live chart, okay, you see, when we were around these areas, we said in Ondo seems like that we are having a 3-wave movement on the upside, which sort of kind of got confirmed when in this specific phase down in Ondo, we took this important low and we said, well, since this is also quite a strong move on the downside, maybe it's going to be 5 down into a correction for wave B. And we said, what's next? Yep, specifically I think I said maybe another 10% move on the downside into our C leg, and as you can see, we definitely got our move up, and right now we are experiencing a bit of a pullback. Question is, can we argue maybe we have hit our final low in Ondo? You see, if you want to say that maybe we're gonna have our final bottom around here, then okay, find me off of the lowest low, excuse me, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in order for me to be maybe a bit bullish with more confidence. As long as I'm not seeing this, I am going to be a bit patient and careful. And by the way, in terms of the subwaves, 5 up into wave 1, 3, and 5, let's change the colors, okay. And for wave 2 and 4, we can have so many different counts. Let's say, yeah, okay, ABC into wave 4 and like a WXY into wave 2. And if I just go on the live chart, okay, actually I forgot to tell you one very important point. You see, one very important characteristic of the bottom being N is actually having off of the lowest line here a 5-wave up without a lot of overlapping of the waves. Focus on that specific point. Why? Because in here, as you can see, sure, we are getting a bit of a pullback. However, this is just very slow and choppy move up, and as you can see, between our pullbacks down, we are just constantly having overlapping of the waves. Now, technically, you might be able to say, I don't know actually, maybe this is a wave 1, correction for 2, and then good move up into wave 3, 4, 5, and this is going to be another 1 and a 2, this time on a lower degree relative to this 1, 2 structure, and then we're going to have a good move on the upside into wave 3, 4, 5. Technically, yeah, okay, fair enough, this scenario can be in play. However, right now, since I'm not seeing a whole lot of strong upward price action, I'm going to be a bit hesitant about calling this thing our final low. And I actually do have one more very important reason for why I think in Ondo, odds are, let's say in the next 72 hours to about 5 days, you are probably going to see something like this, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in order to take the loss for the first target around 90 cents, but maybe we're gonna go like just a bit lower. Why? You see, for our C leg, if we are going to have an ABC, which right now at least I am kind of convinced that according to the bullish scenario, we are having a zigzag in here, then okay, we must be able to find a 5-wave down. But so far, I'm able to tell you this is 1, this is 2, a strong move down into wave 3, and question, where is our wave 4 and 5? The answer is, at least right now, we don't have it yet. So since we are having a slow and choppy move up, and also finding a complete impulse in here is a bit of a challenge, and between our pullbacks, we are constantly having overlapping of the waves, I think these are actually mainly the characteristics of a corrective movement into this wave 4. And what's next? You know the answer, probably another move down into wave 5. And when we get this thing, I'm really hoping that in Ondo, we are not going to take the loss down here about 86 cents, because as long as we are not doing that, and for example, we are going to see a very strong rebound out of here, we can say, look, this is 1, this is 2, and what's next? Very good move on the upside into wave 3 and 4 and 5, meaning what? Maybe in this phase, we are going to experience the next major phase of the bull run in Ondo. So as you can see, the overall structures are still looking very much optimistic. But having said all that, in the short term, seems like that we may have another move down. And again, it shouldn't really be that much of a surprise for us. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Ondo. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.